Welcome to English Study Stories. Today we have another emotional and powerful real lifestyle story in simple English to help you grow your vocabulary and practice listening. Before we begin, please subscribe to support this project. Now let's start today's story. He chose me. My name is Emily Carter, and for most of my life, I believed I was the second choice. Not because someone told me directly, not because I failed, but because life had a strange way of reminding me that I was never the one people expected to shine. I was the quiet girl, the one who never made noise, the one who tried hard but was rarely seen, the one who helped everyone but rarely received help back. And for years, I convinced myself I was invisible. But the truth, I wasn't invisible. I was just standing in the wrong place, surrounded by the wrong people. This story is about the moment everything changed. The moment someone finally looked at me, not through me, saw me, not my mistakes, and chose me when no one else did. But before I tell you who chose me, I need to tell you why it mattered so much. Chapter 1, the background I wanted to hide. I grew up in a small town where everyone seemed to know exactly where they were going in life. Everyone but me. My classmates were confident, loud, talented, always shining. I was quiet, observant, always listening, always learning, always trying, but somehow never enough. In high school, I auditioned for choir 3 times. I was told my voice was soft and not strong enough. I tried to join the debate team. They said I wasn't assertive enough. I applied to lead a community project. They said there were better options. Every rejection left a small bruise on my confidence, tiny bruises that grew into scars. So I learned to stay quiet, invisible, unnoticed. If people couldn't see me, they couldn't reject me. At least that was my logic. Chapter 2, the job that changed everything. When I was 23, I moved to the city and got a job as an administrative assistant at a design agency. It was a loud place filled with creative people, artists, designers, directors, dreamers, people who lived in color, and I felt like a grayscale drawing. My job wasn't glamorous. I scheduled meetings, sorted documents, sent emails, organized things no one noticed. I was the background of the office. And if there is one thing I learned about backgrounds, people rarely appreciate them. But I was grateful. I finally had a place, even if no one really saw me. Or so I thought. Chapter 3, the new director. His name was Ethan Hale, a new creative director. People whispered about him for days before he arrived. He's strict. He's brilliant. He's intimidating. He notices everything. When he walked into the office for the first time, the air changed. He had presence, quiet, powerful, controlled. Everyone rushed to impress him. I stayed in my corner, typing quietly, trying not to appear nervous. But then, something unexpected happened. He walked past everyone, looked directly at my desk, and said, "Good morning. Emily, right?" I froze. He knew my name. No one ever learned my name that fast. Some people had worked with me for years and still called me the assistant. But he said it clearly, like he already knew me. I nodded, trying not to look shocked. He smiled. "Nice to meet you." And he walked away. That moment should have meant nothing. But something inside me shifted. Someone important had noticed me. Me, the quiet one. Chapter 4, the first mistake. 2 weeks later, the biggest project of the year was starting. Everyone was stressed, running around the office. I was putting presentation files together when I accidentally deleted one folder. Not just any folder, the main folder. My heart stopped. My hands got cold. I felt sick. I thought I was going to be fired. But before I could panic any further, Ethan appeared beside my desk. "Hey, what happened?" I explained everything, apologizing over and over, expecting anger. But instead, he said, "Okay, mistakes happen. Let's fix it." No sighs, no frustration, no blaming, just calm. He sat next to me and helped me recover every file one by one. It took almost an hour. When we finished, I apologized again. He shook his head. "Emily, listen. I don't hire people to be perfect. I hire people I believe in. And I believe in you." My heart dropped. No one had ever said that to me. Not once. Not in school. Not at home. Not anywhere. And I didn't understand. Why me? Chapter 5, The Real Reason. One evening, as I prepared to leave the office, Ethan stopped by my desk and said, "Do you have a minute?" I nodded. He handed me a notebook. "I noticed something," he said softly. "You see things others don't. You listen more than you speak. You pay attention to details. You learn fast. You're reliable. Those qualities are rare." My eyes filled with tears. He continued, "I didn't choose you because you were the loudest. I chose you because you were the most consistent." I swallowed hard. No one had ever acknowledged the value of being quiet, of being observant, of being me. But he did. He chose me because of the things I thought made me ordinary. Chapter 6, The Turning Point. A few months later, the company struggled with a chaotic project. Deadlines were crashing. The team was overwhelmed. Surprisingly, Ethan called a meeting and said, "Emily will coordinate this project." The room fell silent. People stared at me like I had grown wings. I wanted to say no. I wanted to hide. I wanted to disappear. But I remembered something he told me once. Sometimes the quietest people are the ones who lead best. So I said yes. And for the first time in my life, I stepped forward. I organized tasks, communicated with clients, solved problems, helped the team stay focused. And the crazy part, I was good at it. Really good. At the end of the project, the entire team applauded. Someone I had admired for years said, "I didn't know you could do all that." I smiled. I didn't know either. But Ethan did. He always did. Chapter 7, Why This Matters. Some people enter your life to teach you something. He taught me that being quiet does not mean being weak. Being unnoticed does not mean being unworthy. Being in the background does not mean you lack potential. He chose me not because I was perfect, not because I was extraordinary, but because I had qualities no one else had bothered to see. And after someone chooses you, you learn to choose yourself. Today, I'm no longer an assistant. I'm a project manager. Confident, strong, visible, but more than anything, I'm finally proud of who I am. If you want to improve your speaking, listening, and pronunciation, use shadowing with this story. Shadowing is a technique where you listen to a native or fluent speaker and repeat what they say at the same time, like an echo. This helps you train your mouth to produce English sounds naturally. Improve pronunciation. Increase listening speed. Gain confidence speaking. Memorize vocabulary and sentence structure. Just play the story, speak along with me, and repeat as closely as you can. The more you practice, the faster your English improves. I left a recommended video for you to continue learning.